side. And I'm not seeing a single defuse kit on the Astralis side. Doesn't have to be a disaster.
And no P250.
Oh, and no
How's
P250.
that make you feel?
Well, there's a Molotov at the very least, but I'm disappointed in everyone once again. I'll join you on that train. Jump past it there. We'll see if that diffuse kit is going to be something they desperately wish they had. Deep smokes, and they're flashing their way through from Ivy, and a great fight beginning out here. Magisk with a good double headshot, taking down Woxic and Frozen. And, oh, not ready for it. Robs was there. I thought actually Magisk was swinging back to look at that exact position, but now it's a 3-on-3 with the bomb going down. So that diffuse kit right now, man, it would be worth its weight in gold. They're going to have to move quickly here. Kerrigan covering that line, but he still goes down. And now there's a free opening for Device.
Oh, not anymore. Rops closes the door. Device can't get the final. 4 kills for Rops in the round. That is a spectacular flank from Device, and he almost wins it for Astralis. 1-0. Why has Device got like the vertical webcam image?
I don't know. No one's told him.
Why is he the only one?
That is a good question. I was kind of wondering if he was able to do that. Well, he had almost done it. Instead, it's Robs.
It's a hard ask. Running out of ammunition when Rops takes that final fight.
Yeah, I mean that is that's asking a lot. You're right. And he was the last one, basically the end of the bomb site. We got the traditional buy coming out here for the Astralis side, so I guess no surprise there. Is that starting to annoy you?
Surprise. This second round Deagle and Scout investment?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say annoy is the right word. I think the only time it really kind of gets to me, I've come to accept it at this point. I think the most of the time it really kind of really bothers me is when a team has such a massive lead and then they do that and they lose. Like if someone like wins in the first half 11-4 and then they lose the pistol, that second round buy is a bit weird because it's just like you have so many rounds to play with. Just don't put yourself in like a pit of economy. Like just make sure your first buy is very, very strong. But like you also it's one of those hard things where it annoys you in theory, but in practice like they I feel like they win these rounds. These rounds get won at a pretty decent clip. Oof.
Ooh. Device as well.
Speaking of which,
knife out, not exactly what they were looking for, or what Dupree was looking for, but still a 3-on-3 here. Again, without the kit, it's going to be a little bit rough trying to get in and get all the kills and get the defuse. And Robs is doing a fine job defending the actual bomb itself. And I think that probably took away any chances here that they could do it. I'd rather have the UMP and the Scout for the next round.
Yeah, he's Robs has come in today playing very well, especially when you think, Anders, that Yugi can actually drop that Deagle over to a teammate. So even if they don't have armor, the Deagle can still take those shoulder peeks, those long-range fights, and just see what it can get. Robs is going to tuck himself into a corner as Woxic goes hunting. A big challenge coming here, and it was slow to turn around. Robs takes it away. Oh, and the Scout, he wants it, but he was so low on HP, never wanted to commit to the turn of the corner. 2-0 for Mousesports.
2-1. Yeah, a little bit of pressure being applied. Zeus has been picked up by Dupree. How?
We love that.
We do love that. Now take it to the pop dog ladder and climb up, like you were a Bubsky or Acor or someone.
Or Tarek. Don't forget our boy Tarek.
Or Tarek.
He was the Zeus pioneer. The OG.
Yeah, he's I think he's done a lot of things for Counter-Strike over the years. Magisk and Yugi both going down at the beginning here. And that taser never going to be used. Oh, ringing the bell.
As the bell rings, yeah. As the bell tolls. Here we go. Device with the Scout still, some armor. I think more than anything, Device probably prioritizing saving that armor. He can get the AWP in the next round as well if he doesn't go down. He is going to go down. Might still be able to get it if I'm honest. Yeah, he's got 6,300, so he's got plenty of money for an op. So here comes a very solid 4th round buy. There's the other reason why that second round buy isn't too much of an annoyance is just the way the economy works.
Yeah.
Even with armor, Deagle, and a Scout in that second round, Astralis can still afford a double op setup and plenty of utility.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the problem if you're against this kind of thing, but
yeah.
But that does actually help justify it a lot. I guess I'm not worried about whether or not it's justified. I'm worried about, you know, where it's pushed the game. A little bit. Don't want to be too alarmist. Anyway, Snappy getting put to the test. The SMG leading the charge. He's going to get the first kill. He needs some backup. Oh, nicely handled. Even doing some damage on the Chris J. That was a very, very important second kill coming in from Snappy, giving a good chance now for Astralis in the afterplant. There is a flank coming in all the way from the outside, but it doesn't really matter if this the rest of the force in here are all going to be dead by the time it happens. It's a default plant, so it's very hard for Frozen to stop them from actually defusing the bomb. And here they come, fighting Chris, almost reloading in the middle of the fight. Good enough kill on Yugi. Now Frozen actually showing up. Can he do anything from this range? No, not quite. An expensive round, but they do win it.
Yeah, I was going to say they need to get off that plant and salvage that second AWP that they wanted. And there it is as the defuse comes in. Not bad, 3 kills. Obviously, Mousesports would have done a little bit better, even with Snappy. That's a heroic double kill he gets to start this round. But even so, it was still winnable for Mousesports when you consider a double up setup not going to be an easy to retake that inner yard. But they do just enough. First round on the board for the Astralis defense, and ooh, okay. What'd the curtain do to you?
Listen, something has to you know, receive that anger. Like, you know, can't just bottle it all up, Jason.
It's letting in way too much light, the bastard.
Double up, M4s, limited on the grenades. But with an early kill on Frozen, still potentially a good start here for an Astralis team that's down a whole map. If they could bring this one back, that would be a tremendous help.
Yeah, well, that kill, I mean, takes away all of Mousesports' presence on the other side of the map. All they have left is this inner hit. It's a matter of when do they pull the trigger. Flashbangs are perfect. Snappy has been spotted. He's not going to go down just yet, but Yugi needs to back away because Sidewalk is wide open. Look at Kerrigan. Look how much progress he's made. There goes Snappy, and turning in towards Zia. Oh, good shot from Yugi. He checks it. Kerrigan thought he was going to be sneaky, thought he was going to get away with a huge piece of map control, and it's denied by Yugi.
4-3 right here, and with the bomb already down, it's not such an impossible task. Flashbang set up by Robs, and a kill as well by him. There's Woxic actually getting the kill behind the flashbang of Robs, so he did a lot that round. 2-on-3 now, and this retake is looking really rough with Dupree going down. Impossible altogether. What a great round from Robs. 3 kills.
I know it didn't work out this way, but it does end up looking like Device just straight up abandoned Dupree. Like Dupree finally gets in position on the flank at the top of the lower ramp, and he just pulls out a nade to pop flash. And as soon as we switch over to Device's POV, he's already at the outer bomb yard just running away. Poor Dupree with that timing. Nice job from Mousesports. It's a 4-on-5 victory hitting that inner bomb site. This time Snappy doesn't have the heroic stand. It's Yugi with the creative way to stop the aggression. Oh, we didn't even get to see that. A one tap from Rops might have swung the round.
That was quite something, wasn't it? I mean, it's the fact that he got 3 kills and he set up the flashbang for Woxic to get his kill. So lots of ways to be helpful in a round like that. 6th round coming up, and the AWP was saved, but everything else outside of that is looking pretty dark for Astralis at the moment. MP9, some pistols, and that's it. They put Snappy inside with just a P250. Wow, and they're getting cleaned up, aren't they? Time to save that up again. Like, get it away from that C connector.
Oh, Device. I don't even mind him necessarily challenging there to see if he can find one and maybe something cool happens. But yeah, you're exactly right at this point. Get him to fall back. He's got one nice shot, but he's going to back away towards the inner bomb site. Just wanted to make it look like he was going to go for this. And Snappy's here to keep some space. So 5th round for Mousesports early on.
And that's, again, playing the T side. You know, we did hear that there was the CT sides that maybe they were struggling with a little bit. I still have to imagine that this will feel pretty good overall for the Mousesports side. Could there be a sneak in? Snappy, could he find a late kill on someone? They are so ready for that. They absolutely see it coming. Not going to challenge you. Well, the AWP is saved at least for Device. That's got to be counted as good news.
Yeah, I think Snappy was looking for a gun right there at the end. Any gun that might have been blown towards him during the blast. 5-1, and you're right, it is all important. Device is able to save that AWP. Because of that, he's able to drop an M4 over to a teammate. Snappy needed it. Look at the limited utility he's working with around the M4. Actually, I think it was passed over to Magisk. Anyways, 5-1, double op setup now comes out as Yugi has an op in hand.
Some damage early on the Karrigan and Woxic. Yugi down to about half health. Again, they leave Snappy alone in the beginning, which is, again, really common. I like this aggressive move from Dupree and Yugi, trying to be aggressive over at main, but Woxic will defeat Device, and look at how he just runs and swings. He's got Frozen there with him. What an aggressive move from Mousesports. I really like that.
Oh, they haven't gotten the communication that he's on top of the train. No one's peeking for it. Oh, Woxic late. That's got to be a return from Frozen. Indeed it is, but there's Yugi finally chiming in. And now dropping, but it's going to be Rops to open up towards the inner bomb site. I imagine we'll see these plays out of Rops pretty frequently throughout this half. They found an opportunity to get the plant down, a 2 versus 3 post plant, and Rops does not want to give up his advanced position.
No, you're right, because he could have smoked right away at that C connector, but he's just walked up there. Karrigan also trying to get a bit of a swing. That needed to be a kill, and it wasn't. Now Rops is in a very uncomfortable position. As soon as he fires the gun, they'll know he's down here. He's looking straight up. That's the right move. Nice straight transfer, but again, they are all over it, so they made that somewhat expensive.
If he gets that quicker, I think he can maybe convert into a second kill. Maybe what happens from there, but that's a very tough angle to track Dupree as he jumps over you. 5-2. Unfortunate the Mousesports can't pull that off, but still a pretty decent lead and still keeping the money of this Astralis defense as low as humanly possible.
The thing that I don't understand is, as soon as Woxic and Frozen are pushing Ivy, and they have 2 people in main, and they get the kill down at Ivy, I actually thought they would try and crunch from main and Ivy into the A bomb side. Like, I thought they'd try and throw like one flashbang high up, and then just whatever smokes that just go through, just go for it. But they really slowed it down.
Yeah, they didn't seem to have a plan once they got out of Ivy. You know?
Yeah.
Woxic was kind of going back and forth about where to peek, and that allowed the M4 to get close up to the angle. Frozen with a nice trade, but no one ever kind of cleared top train where Yugi was over that smoke. So, yeah, it seemed like the idea was kind of there, but not fully aware of the details to make it work.
A little bit unfortunate. Snappy and Magisk early on inside of B, expecting or maybe worried about a rush. 2 people are Pop Dog there. They're holding quite far forward here at the A site, and Karrigan will just still run in to get the kill. Nice return from Dupree. And an upper, that's going to be called in surely, yeah. Communication is there. Chris nearly winning the fight, but surely he's dead. Snappy, yeah, he would have heard it the whole time.
Ooh, this is weird. Drops needs to deliver, and he gets taken down by Magus. Good shot. Back to the outer bomb site we go. That's a good heads-up play from the Astralis defense to not rotate out of the B bomb site. Unfortunately, they've rotated out of the A bomb site. Molotov in towards CT Con. Woxic has the bomb, but at the moment he's looking for a response from the flank. So it'll get planted a little bit late in the day, but all of Astralis, 4 players coming for this post plant, for this defuse. 1, Dupree, gonna lurk CT Con. 3 players along the back wall.
I don't mind that Woxic is falling back, but the problem is they have a smoke at least to make it very hard for him to stop the defuser. So almost wish he would have taken at least a fight earlier on, because now it's 4-on-2, and they're going to be running in here. Frozen, Molotov's away. Now they're on the bomb, and Woxic trying to see if he can swing for it, but again, he can't guess the angle, and that's going to be the defuse inside. So yeah, a little bit of an issue. Some good kills after the actual bomb plant here. That'll still help out Mousesports, even if it's a bit rough losing the round.
No, you're right. If they wanted a decent chance at winning that, they needed to be a bit more aggressive before letting all 4 players onto the bomb train. It's still nice, though. They get the plant, they get a couple kills at the end, they bring the defenders down to just 2 players alive at the end, so still at least limiting the economy while allowing their own to grow with the $800 of bonus. But this was never really going to work out in their favor. 5-3. Astralis still fighting to remain in this series. They're down one map. They lost Overpass the first map in overtime, if you're just joining us.
I mean, it's at this point still, it's Astralis trying to recover from what's going on here, right? They have the double AWP in play, but being down 5-3 does not really make you really confident in this train pick.
I'm sure they'll take it after being battered 11-4 in the first half of Overpass. They're like, oh man, 3-5 is much better than what we're used to.
I mean, fair play, right? Yugi. Would have been cool to find an early kill up there, but didn't want to stand in the Molotov like people sometimes do. Bomb is dropped far back, and Dupree and Magisk not quite doubling up. Oh, nice timing for Device. That is going to drop Carrigan. He couldn't see anything at all, but had the right feeling.
The bomb is all the way back towards T mid, and there's nobody close to it except for CT players who are actually aggressive. They don't know the bomb is down. They haven't spotted it or anything. Mousesports just going to pick it up now. They've left Dupree in this aggressive stance. They've got Magus far back in Old Hell. Device far back with the op against the back wall. Dupree's going to be the first point of contact, and they're not throwing a flashbang. They're not throwing any utility, and Chris J is just going to clear him out on his own. I think they even spotted Magisk.
Yeah, they might very well have. Device is really far back with it. I don't think it easily gets smoked away. He will get the kill on Chris there, but Chris still a double before he went out of the round. Bomb about to be picked up. Oh, Device will catch Frozen as he tries to get to the bomb. And that's a lot of trouble. Robs, I can't believe he got that kill on Yugi. Now it's a 2-on-2. Woxic gonna go straight for the bomb plant here. Right on the other side. And Rob's ready to guard him if anyone comes through. He's looking all over the place. Another great headshot. But through on top of the smoke is Snappy with the kill. And he knows Woxic is back there with that straight headshot as they find a fourth round here on the Astralis side.
Yeah, good play from Snappy, taking the risk of getting while that bomb is being planted. Rops couldn't cover both angles. Mousesports just keeping Astralis right on the edge, but they're somehow staying alive. They have not been tipped over. Again, they're going to have to buy with all their money, down to the bare minimum, but still competing for rounds. That is a beautiful effort from Device. I think it's a quad kill at the end of this round, or a triple kill at the very least.
Yeah, that is pretty clean. A little bit of relief for Sonic. Definitely under some pressure, all of the Astralis guys at the moment. But they're starting to slowly bring it back here. All the money has been spent in this round for Mousesports, and they're trying to go quick out pop Dogmakers with one good spray down. Nearly a follow-up. Dupree will take care of the rest here. Nice double for him. It's a 2-on-3. But yeah, Dave committed to this. Robs, I don't know if he can actually escape.
Oh
what?
My god.
That's ridiculous.
Astralis on Trainer is doing a much better job in the initial contact. Kerrigan has really struggled to find entries. He was a beast. He was doing a very good job of it on Overpass. Here on Train, he's getting shut down. Whether it's the unfortunate timing with the pop flash or otherwise, and it's Snappy, again, left in a clutch. And I imagine Zonic is feeling just as nervous. I imagine it's got to be a new feeling watching clutches when Zipnix isn't on the team.
Yeah.
Much more pressure. Much more nerve-wracking.
All of their opponents, though, are so excited that's not going to be a feature anymore. Robs, again, what a turnaround here. 2-on-3 into a win. It's Robs again with a triple. He's playing an amazing game. He's 16-4, and he was playing well on the other one.
I didn't even notice he was 16-4. That shot against Device, it's worse from Device's POV. It looks so much worse from Device's POV that we saw it in originally. And Astralis finally have been shattered. They have a 1-round losing bonus. They have no money. All 4 rounds that Astralis have won have been defuses. And they haven't won a single round with more than 2 players alive. So Mousesports has just been applying so much pressure and doing such a good job.
Yeah, well and truly. Ooh, Dupree goes down. That's again Chris, exact same fight that he had against against Dupree earlier as well, I think it was. And with the scout and just the pistols here, again, Mousesports looked like they were about to go off balance a bit in this first half, but now they're right back on track.
Ooh, good trade. As Magus tries to sneak in. Kerrigan has been outside in this train yard with the MAC-10, jumping around, running forever, and he has seen absolutely no one. Device successfully avoided him in CT spawn, tucking himself into a corner. No one else from Astralis has showed any presence, so Plant is going to go down. Obviously, no chance for Astralis to win this round. Maybe some kills would be nice, but even saving that armor would be relatively important with the money that they've got. Maybe even saving these guns and just trying again in the next round.
Yeah, I mean, those guns they'll be interesting, right? Like, they could maybe do something, but it's not a lot to hang your hat on at the moment. Could still hope, obviously, that Astralis is going to similarly have, you know, what was happening on Overpass, where they have a much better T side and Mousesports start to fall off the CT side. Like, I think that's a bit of a wish, I suppose. But overall, it's starting to look pretty grim.
Yeah, grim indeed.
The fact that they got it into overtime as well on Overpass is so painful now, right? Because now all you can think is, man, they could have, you know, they could have really done it.
Well, I think they're going to look back, and that's what they'll say. And, you know, obviously, Train might be a little bit of a long shot for them against Mousesports, who are very comfortable on this map, and that's where you say we really should have found a way to close out or play a little bit better on Overpass to ensure that we could at least have a third map, at least get there and have a chance to steal the series away. But that's a tough loss that they take on Overpass after the comeback, and now, of course, it's how much can you get done on this CT side. You're already down massively. Mousesports is already having a very, very good offensive half.
There they are. And as much as being reflected in the odds to win the overall series, they're, yeah, looking much favored for Mouse at the moment.
Yeah, that's the important thing. Those odds are, as we have learned, for the entire series. They're not for each individual map. So we're probably going to see that balloon even worse as this goes on if Mousesports can continue adding rounds onto this lead. Decent stack in Crossfire. 3 players inner bomb site for Astralis. A nice crossfire between Snappy and Magisk. We'll see if this changes based off that kill, and indeed it will. Mousesports are going to be happy to just readjust to the outer bomb yard. And again, they'll probably find a free plant. 1 player, Yugi in Old Hell, and that's a stunning shot. Frozen doesn't even have a chance to pull the trigger.
Yeah, that was cool. Now do it again. Flashing him all the way behind, using a bit of a Molotov to put even more pressure on him, and yeah, that was going to be a rough position to be in.
I really enjoy the fact that Kerrigan's calling the strategy. Oh my lord, Woxic, nobody even prepared for that peek from Device. They might go for this. I think they've tagged up another one. Kerrigan's low on HP. They're going to start moving in, so this is a little dangerous for Mousesports. Chris J on the bomb site. Able to shut down Snappy and Device. This is an impossible scenario. The gun barrel gives away his position. I was just going to say, I really love that Kerrigan's just calling these strategies and these anti-ecos of him with the MAC-10, and he's just like, yeah, everyone bait me. I'm just going to go run around in circles for a little bit outside with this MAC-10 and see what I can find. I'll clear out all the positions for you. Just come in a little bit late.
Yeah, just, you know, I mean, why not? Kerrigan has been doing that a number of times on Train, right? It's so cool to see that kind of leadership as well, right? When you're the guy who is sort of, you know, in the forefront. 8-4. Astralis back with a buy here. Not the AWP, not the defuse kits. An AWP, I suppose. It's got a scope on it at the very least, so it's a step in the right direction, you might say. But it's getting harder and harder to believe that this won't be a 2-0 type win for Mousesports. It's a little bit too soon to tell, but we're certainly leaning in that direction.
No, but I think the bigger thing is, you know, we have way more of a sample size of this Mousesports, even though they're struggling recently, how they're able to battle on Train. We've seen them have some very close affairs here at Blast Premier on this map. The one that comes to mind for me is against Fnatic, which ended, obviously, of course, in a tie. But still, they showed some very good stuff, and I think the other real kicker is Rops playing at this level, 17-4. Just on an individual basis, I don't see anyone on Astralis who's able to match that today.
.50 seconds, 55 on the clock. Flashbangs going in. Frozen is all the way on the other side, so he could maybe be a bit of a lurker if they could get the bomb down. And with the kill on Snappy, they probably can. Device, he's going to get wall banged straight from Woxic, not even waiting to peek that. Nice aggressive push from Kerrigan. He could have probably had that kill, and that actually gives a chance for Astralis now. 3-on-3. Yugi's low on health, but that's not even the main problem. It's all these smokes, and there's even a Molotov on Frozen, and he's all the way on the high ground. They do have a counter smoke on Yugi, but no defuse kits.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be doable. Woxic just posting up on the bomb train. Rops as well. He knows the left alley is held off by smoke. And Astralis is going to give it up. They're going to back away. A pop flash as that smoke fades. Good job having the timing on that for Rops to call for it. A 9th round for Mousesports. Here's another thing we haven't really talked about in the context of Astralis, because I made a little bit of a joke earlier about Zip not being involved in the clutch situations, which has got to be weird for Astralis. But the other conversation around Zip as a player was how he was one of the best inner bomb site defenders in all of Train, in all of the professional Counter-Strike scene. And that is such a hard position to play. Inner bomb site on Train is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And now you're missing that piece as well.
Yeah, so much synergy that's slowly gone out. You're right, like, a lot of the time you could just leave Zip there on your own and he'd get maybe not always like multi-kills, but just a kill and fall back safely. Like, he'd know how to play that to a high degree. 9-4. So we try and continue. Chris caught sleeping. I don't even know. He was looking at a teammate then. Kerrigan wants to make up for it. Swings again for a kill with an AK-47. And that AWP, I think the gun barrel might be spotted, but doesn't even matter. Device still going down. A lot of damage, though, on Mousesports here. This could turn pretty quickly. Maybe not.
Oh, Woxic is having a field day. It's got to be a trade for Frozen. Magus gets aggressive, and I think he's going to steal this round away from Mousesports. Good shot from Snappy as Kerrigan comes through the smoke, but it's all down to the final boss. He's 17-4. It's Rops.
Yeah, looking for them out here. Already tagged up. There is a minute left, and again, Robs has been doing a lot of crazy things here on Train so far. He's going to have to find one of them pretty quickly without any chance of a reply. So he needs to just sort of swing for it. Oh, Mega's going to shoot him in the back. And Robs still landing the headshot. Oh, dear. I can't believe it. I thought he was dead for sure. And this time, shooting him in the back works. It takes a couple of bullets.
Yeah, and obviously Rops is never going to expect both players to be in the same spot. So that's a good peek from Snappy, just shifting to the same exact position that Megas had just fallen at. 5-9. Astralis bailed out by some aggressive heroics from Megas. He's 9-12. Only one player positive, actually 2 players, positive for Astralis. Device at 11-9. Snappy is 9-8. Last round of this first half, we'll see if Mousesports can get to double digits.
Not anywhere near that. Got to put up the smoke anyway. 3 people over at Ivy, and the bomb is quite far back, so I'm guessing that, again, they're just angling for a bit of an opening here in the 15th round.
Yeah, they've gotten Woxic in position with the AWP on the other side, and I think it's going to be the standard utility to take control. Alper using the utility first so that he can remain the rest of the round just posted up. But now that they've gotten that done, send the rifles forward. Woxic with the AWP going to go back towards Team Mid, and he'll just play in support.
See if Device is going to be able to stand on his own out here. He's smoke in front of him. He's going to be fading, and he swings for it just as the grenade is out. So an important return from Frozen. And it looked like he wanted to keep going, and indeed he will. Taking down Dupree second, leaving Yugi and Magisk. And Magisk all over at Pop Dog, so really Yugi is the one holding the bomb side right now. And more people could be creeping into it here. Let's see if they can get rid of Magisk. He's thinking about it. That flashbang does at least push him back, but he's still got an angle. Oh, what a peek. Again, clothesline by Robs, and he continues another headshot. He is absolutely out of control. 20-5 in 15 rounds.
Well, it's fitting that the only rounds they've lost 5, and Rops has died 5 times. He's been such a beast. It's really unlucky for Magisk. He's trying to support his teammate. He takes a peek from ladder room towards the back alleys behind the trains just to see if anyone's going to be rapping on the bomb train. And when he turns back around to cover ladder room again, it's just a perfect timing for that pop flash. That's a bit brutal. Snappy in a 1 versus 4. I'm not sure. Woxic never got the communication. There's no kit. He just picks one up off a dead body, but this is desperation. And Chris J is going to finish it off very quickly, very easily. 10 rounds for Mousesports at halftime. Another big lead, and we'll see if Astralis have one more comeback in them. Otherwise, they'll be eliminated all of Black, not just the Spring Showdown. We're headed to a break, and we'll be right back.
Hi guys, Rez here from NIP, and joining me is Saivu, Robs and Alu, and today we're gonna go head to head in 4 Betway maps, free for all, and let's see who wins with the most kills. Get nothing. On.
I don't have my salary, it's not so strong. It's unfair that I'm here with Robs, Zaivu and Rez. I think I have a pretty big disadvantage.
Over.
And welcome back. Second half, second map. Astralis and Mousesports here at Blast Premiere. Now Astralis going to be playing on the T side, Mousesports on the CT side. And they have a pretty good lead at 10-5 going into the second half. If they win the pistol, much like we said on Overpass, probably this will be smooth sailing from Mousesports.
Yeah, well, it didn't work out that way at Overpass, so we'll just have to wait and see how this goes. Snappy gonna drop right down the ladder. Frozen is aggressive. Peeks towards T mid. Here's the footsteps, gets caught in an awkward fight.
Wow.
Good shots from Chris J and Frozen and Kerrigan. They finally turn it right at the snap of a finger. So again, Mousesports gonna win the second half pistol round already with a big lead. And we'll see if this time they can close it out much easier.
Man, it felt so... Oh, a knife kill as well on Magus. That's just to make things even worse. I love it, Woxic. Not the first time he's knifed someone here at Blast Premier on train. I was getting really, really nervous when I saw Frozen wide swing behind the E-box to fight with that USP, and there was like 3 people there.
Yes.
But it still worked, and he lived. I don't even know how he stayed alive.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought that was certainly going to be his death when he started aiming at the jumping player. I thought that would expose him way too much. I think it was Chris J who just kind of saved his life just at the perfect moment. No second round investment, Anders. This is new.
No second round investment. Well, I guess without the bomb plant, I mean, maybe they just don't want to do it. Not feeling it.
Oh my God, he's got an op.
Yeah, he's got an op.
Back away, young man.
And they're coming for a nice enough kill, and he's called in the FAMAS, and they don't have a lot of chance to fight that. Good triple spray down and a good 12-5 lead here. So next round is going to be the buy for Astralis, but yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
I wonder if they didn't buy because of the knife and they figured, oh, he's going to have an op, there's no point for us getting deagles. And then if they just said, let's attack him with Glocks and see if we can get the op on the ground and maybe some craziness ensues where they can't recover it. I would wonder if Astralis was thinking that deep.
Could have definitely been, yeah.
Wouldn't put it past him. Yeah. 12-5, big lead for Mousesports, 7 rounds ahead. They just need 4 to close out Astralis. And remember, Astralis started their year at Blast Premier losing to Complexity, being upset 2-0 by the Juggernauts, and then losing to Na'Vi, being eliminated from the initial blast. This is their last chance to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I mean, that Complexity upset was just bizarre and very cool in a bunch of ways. This is not the start they were looking for. They got
this is
swiped.
not a good look. Yeah, this is an awful look. Oh dear. You hate to see it. 1 versus 5 for Yugi. Poor Yugi.
Well, he's hoping to cause some damage. Got to keep your head in the game, I guess, and just keep thinking that there'll be an opening. So, yeah, building a little bit as he's going to be taking down Kerrigan. A lot of people looking at this corner. Too many, and it's Robs again, of course. Another double kill for him, landing him at 22-5, which again is just completely absurd.
Well, while we have this opportunity, because it's probably going to be it's looking like it's going to be another save round or light buy, or during freeze time. Anders, what other games we're going to do? Vitality versus Dig next. So we have the second half of the day, the NA matches. Gen G versus Triumph, MIBR versus Cloud9. Which one of those, tickles your fancy?
I think I picked Cloud9, I want to say. I can't remember what I picked for the other one. Ooh. A little bit of damage. What was the second or third, I guess, game? DNA game?
Gen G versus Triumph. You picked Gen G and Cloud9. I'm just wondering if either of those got you excited. Because I think the Triumph team is surprising a lot of people. I know I didn't know much about them, and I've seen them cause some upsets here. So I think that's cool to see them in the playoffs at all.
Yeah, I think that actually is really exciting, and I'm not super confident in Gen G. That actually was one of the pictures. I was like, maybe this is how I could get some of my, prediction points back. But I don't know. Cloud9, I'm kind of waiting for them to do even more. I feel like they've got some decent players there that could do more. And again, under the Cloud9 organization leadership, I'm also thinking like there should be some synergy there. So that's sort of half my reasoning. 14-5, Jason. I think you picked the same teams, didn't you?
Yes. I too was a bit uncomfortable with that Gen G pick, which is weird going up against Triumph, but I still feel Gen G needs a little bit more time to feel less dysfunctional, I guess. I still think that team, my expectations for that team, I almost, maybe I'm the one who's in the wrong, but my expectations for that team are very, very high with that roster. Fast pace from Astralis, 1-for-1 trade, and Chris J now steps up to the plate at E-Box. Dupree knows it. Ooh, what a pre-fire into the repeak.
And look at Woxic. He's got an AWP, but he's walking in here with a deagle. What is the matter with him? Yeah, he deserved every bit of that.
I like this. I like this so much, Chris. He's got to press the issue. He's got it. And a quick flank, and Astralis is now trapped.
What? That is Mousesports is saying, sit down. That's incredibly aggressive. Rob's 24-5. They're playing just an insane. Well, he's playing an insane game, but the rest of them are too. Slight craziness from Woxic, but then this from Chris is. I mean, I think he must have had a heart attack there, Snappy.
Yeah, I like that look out of Chris and even Woxic. The Woxic one is crazy, and 99% of the time I'll hate that, but I love that they're up 14-5 and they're still being hyper aggressive and still just looking to close this out.
Bit of a chance for Device. Maybe could have seen someone. Chris will shut down another one. And this is just, I mean, like every one of these last rounds, it's a complete spiral for Astralis. There's nothing to stop the tide here. 2-1, that's going to be it.